get such big names, and I'm curious to know which one was the hardest one to get.
Well, we got everybody by, asking them, everybody is, I think the hardest person to cast was the Max character, because we had casted the Max character and then we pushed, and then that actor couldn't do it because they were shooting something else, because we pushed, and then we recast it, and then while we were up there shooting in Big Bear, the person who was supposed to do it then got COVID,
Mm.
and now we're up there and we're shooting Max in 30 35 hours. So we're like, fuck, what do we do? So then I just went, instead of going through agencies or whatever and going through like the bureaucratic sort of like thing, I just went through my phone, which I did for most of the film anyway, and I just flipped through it, and I just found, you know I saw my friend John Foster. I was like, oh my god, I know he just had a kid, I know he's in Boston right now hunkering down for COVID. Let me give it a shot, it would be amazing. I wish I would have thought of him, already, and then I hit him up and kind of like, begged him. And then he was up there within 24 hours. So that was the most challenging one to get. Um, and everybody else was kind of like, I showed, from Sky to ASAP Nast, a lot of musicians, like G. Everybody is just kind of called them up, talked to them, walked them through what the idea was, and just go back and forth and vibe on it, show them a couple pictures, give them some ideas, and everybody was like, "This sounds cool. It's it sounds like it could be a fun time," and it was a blast. It was wild. And then we went, we were looking for someone to play opposite ASAP Nast as the cops in the small town, and then we were thinking of Pamela, and I'm so curious on how that one happened. But I guess from what I understood is like that one of her kids read it, and they were like, "Oh, this cast is cool. Like this seems really fun. Mom, you should do it." I don't know if that's a true story, but that's kind of what I heard. But I didn't ask her. It's the first thing I wanted to ask her when she got there. I couldn't believe that she was on set. I wanted to be like, Pamela, why are you here? Um, we're making this like B horror slasher, and she's like such a cult of personality. She's an icon, and we all grew up on Pamela and respect her so much. And so yeah, it was just kind of like piecing it one piece at a time, and Ashley reached out to Paris for the reality show bit, and it all came together one piece at a time.
That's great. So now that you had mentioned COVID, how was this more challenging, or was this in your favor, maybe because everyone was kind of on protocol, even on the film? Because you see people with masks and the reality show. Can you
No,
discuss about that?
it was more challenging, more challenging. It was so challenging. It was really, really rough because casting was even harder, because at the time, if you were doing a show or you were doing something else, there was actually a rule that you couldn't do another production also at the time. So like there was, you know, actors that we knew that were currently on other shows, but they weren't filming at the time. But like Disney or whoever, they're like, you can't go do anything else. Just you have to stay put, even though you're not filming, and even though they want to do it. And we went and tried when we were casting, and we're like a small like B horror movie, and we're going up against giants sometimes, and they're just like, not fat chance, we're not risking anything for you guys. And so it was really hard. And then it was hard on the mountain when we were shooting, like because at the time there was the COVID restrictions were really tight, and like a lot of it was night shoots. So it's 15 degrees outside. We have a huge house there, and only 5 people can be in the house, and there's 40 people outside under heat lamps, and we're out there all night. And you want to be like, let's just go in the house and stay separated, and with distance, safe distance, but everyone can stay warm. But the protocols didn't allow that. So it was cold, and everything was slow. And like when I had to speak with the actors, you know, I have a mask and I have a shield, and I have to like keep distance. So it's tricky. It's really tricky when you're trying to be intimate in these scenes. You have to kind of do it from a distance and like talk loud sometimes. It's like it was really tricky. It took a we lost a lot of time doing it, but you know, we're just keeping everyone safe.
Well, you got through it, so that's all that matters. Now you can take on anything.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about you directed. We just met. You just talked a little bit about it, but you also co-wrote. But what I'm wondering how much you enjoyed, because this is present times. I mean, growing up, there was no 18 and over. There was no. I don't remember the whole couch surfing term. Maybe it was, but I just missed it. Thankful. And reality shows. So being so
Yeah.
strict nowadays.
Yeah.
How much fun did you have co-writing?
It was really fun. I you know, like horror, there's like it's always going to exist, and like there's and these situations where like, you know, unhinged killers and all that stuff that have open the newspaper, open any news app, like it's happening all the time. There's just, you know, with as culture progresses and like technology happens, you're just going to find new ways for these things to manifest, you know. So like, you know, before maybe you can stalk somebody just at their work, or however people would stalk somebody, you know, like now you can stalk them through your phone, or you can stalk them online or on social media. And there's just like there's so many new ways to like for horror to manifest, you know. And with the reality stuff, yeah, like um you know, when you watch reality TV, you're always watching it and thinking, oh, these people are such horrible people, you know. Like that's kind of like the way I feel. Like it's very rare you see reality TV and it's there's no drama, and it's like it's like positive. Like that's not really kind of what people want to see. It seems like from everything from even the Kardashians, and this is always like drama and tricky situations, and like then you have Real Housewives, you have these Fuck Island or whatever the hell these things are called. Like there's always so much shit, and everyone's always kind of like just just you know, bad, like making people uncomfortable, and like, oh, these people are so stupid or crazy, and like, and we like to watch these things and think you people are horrible and crazy, but like we are the ones making these things. These things are, you know, I hate to break it to people, but these shows are scripted, you know, like they're not just like random, you know, that's not how it works. So we all watch these shows and we think these people are horrible, but like, you know, we're the ones making them, you know. And you know, you put on your Citizens app and like you're watching reality TV, and then you get a ping and it says someone was shot 2 blocks away, robbery over here, person with a knife going down the street over here. Maybe that's just New York, I don't know, but like you see crazy shit, and then you're still like, and you ignore that, and you're still watching TV and like these people are horrible. But I'm like, well, I mean, we're the horror. Like this is like the reality is actually horrible. This is just like a distraction. So playing that into kind of the world where there's a world of Alone at Nights, and then there's a reality world, and then like which one is actually horrible, you know. Like you have the Vicky character who's like these people are insane, you know, but in her world there's like a person stalking her trying to kill her, you know what I mean? So which one's actually worse, you know, like it's trying to like play it off each other like that.
Yeah. At the end, let's not judge. Who are
Yeah,
we? Who are we?
I mean, you know, like you know, it's just when you're watching something on a screen, it's just it's it's entertainment,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, thank you for bringing entertainment to us with a great cast. And thank you for your time and talking about Alone at Night.
Thank you, Nicole.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.